Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video, and in this video I want to discuss the topic of boost units and what are boost units, listing off a couple of them so you can understand, and basically how you use them to improve your team building. So when we talk about boost units, we're specifically talking about units that aren't used to partake in the actual PvP fight itself, or any fight. So essentially these units, much like this Janemba here, act as boost units. They apply their Z ability and in most situations their Zenkai ability to the primary damage units or PvP units or mainstay units of the team. So in this case, in this team build, it would be Kula, Gohan, and obviously those units are going to be getting very sizable boosts to their stats at the cost of limiting kind of our team's flexibility. You'll see people do this quite a bit, and often will make videos like triple Zenkai boost, quadruple Zenkai boost, and this is essentially the functionality behind it. Now, it's not always a Zenkai unit, but we'll take a larger look at Zenkai units as they give a very huge boost, and obviously understanding how effective that boost is very important. But it can be, there are a lot of other great bench / boost options that work. So let's look at essentially a couple of them and kind of decipher a little bit how it works and what the concept of it is. So when you're building a team, generally speaking, most times you're working on a 3-in-3 principle. So in this situation, you can kind of see here that we have 3 main units and then we'll have 3 boosting units. These units aren't designed to actually fight. These units are designed to essentially support and provide their stat boosts to the main 3 units that will be partaking in the actual PvP match. Now, when it comes to boosting units, like I said, Zenkai units traditionally are your main option. That can include Legends Limited Zenkais, and it's important to factor in the Legends Limited ability now, but generally speaking, that only kicks in with the unit you choose to fight. So when we talk about boost units, we're talking specifically about units that maybe aren't useful in PvP combat anymore, much like this Broly, but that provide really good boosts. For example, Broly's Zenkai boost is for Blue and Sagas from the movies, which is good. Not to mention his Z ability also applies to Saga from the movie characters, and then you can start to kind of look at how you can build units that associate with those 2 tags. At the same time, you get units like Bardock and Goku, who you'll see have boosts for Blue and Saiyan units. These also have great synergy with Broly. For example, we have Legends Limited Goku here, who obviously is also a boost for the Saiyan category. And so units that really benefit from this are units like Ultra Blue Gogeta. Ultra Blue Gogeta meets all the requirements to get not only the original Z boosts from Broly, Bardock, and Goku, but he also can get the Zenkai boosts from them as well. This gives Gogeta, in theory, a quadruple Zenkai boost. Now, of course, you would like to have more than one usable unit, but it's just to show you the approach to understanding how they work. Units like Pan are very often used as Zenkai boost units due to the fact that Pan provides a really nice boost to some crucial units. Now, what you're supposed to do when you're boosting is you're supposed to pick the unit first and then boost afterwards. So rather focus on using the unit you want and then potentially boosting them if you feel it's necessary, or if you're feeling like it's mandatory, rather than, for example, trying to choose the boost units and then effectively choosing the character afterwards, because you may not have a character that's usable in PvP that meets all the boost requirements. The character still has to have a usable base kit. Quadruple Zenkai boosting any random unit is not going to make a difference in PvP. That unit needs to be usable. And the Ultra Gogeta, to a certain extent, is still very much usable in PvP, so he's the kind of unit you'll base yourself off of. So you'll take Gogeta and you say, I want to now boost Gogeta, and we'll obviously look at those aforementioned units that we chose, but all of them will now apply that boost mechanism to Gogeta. Now obviously I don't have all of them Zenkai'd, you would in theory. So it's important to understand as well. It is boosting in itself is a investment in time and energy. Regardless of whether you have the plans or desires to use them, you still actually need to Zenkai boost them, because the Zenkai boost is what you're seeking. If you're using Zenkai units, we'll go through a list of units that don't have Zenkais that are great bench / boost units. But yeah, it's a very, very you still need to construct it. It's not just sticking them all in the team. You still need to have usable units. For example, we have Vegeta here. Now, what's really cool is with the leader skill, you can kind of incorporate a bit of a cross mechanism here. So because Vegeta would not apply to all of our Zenkais, remember Zenkais don't apply to leader if they don't meet the requirements, but we could apply Vegeta's skills to everyone else and then retroactively apply Gogeta to him. And we do have a couple Saiyan blue boosts. You can be in a situation where you can triple boost Vegeta with blue boosts and also be quadruple boosting Ultra Gogeta, which is pretty cool. And then you could probably round out your team with the Legends Limited Goku, who's still pretty decent. So although it's an all blue team, they're sharing a ton of synergy and stats and boosts, and yeah, in general, looking very, very solid. Now, of course, a all-type team, you'll see them from time to time in PvP. You'll see purple teams are very common, or were very common. Red teams are quite common. Green teams are also common. Now, it puts you at vulnerability to certain typings, but if you have the right units with nullification and endurance factors and things like that, it's not such a big deal, because you have such a sizable stat boost that if you can eliminate the type disadvantage unit, you tend to sit quite nicely in terms of the actual battle. So boosting and boost units are very crucial, and bench units, as some people call them, are very crucial to improving and understanding, not only your team building mechanisms, but also trying to really engage your core usable PvP units. What it does is you're basically building around the fact that you maybe only have 1 or 2 units that really are good enough for top tier PvP, and so what it does is it enables you to kind of boost them. Like I said, the traditional or the safe kind of team building mechanism or rule is the 3 and 3 rule. So 3 incredibly usable units, and then 3 backup bench / boosting units that will then incorporate boosting the rest of the team, which is obviously a very crucial aspect, and it's all about incorporating all of those together. Now, there are a couple great boost units. For example, on the Zenkai side, this SS3 Goku is a fantastic unit. You've got this God Key Vegeta, who you'll very often see due to his Zenkai boost abilities. Pan, as was aforementioned, another unit that's super popular because of her Son family boosting abilities. The Broly, the Goku, all of the ones I showed you before, the Bardock, are all incredibly popular options, mainly due to who they're boosting. Beast Gohan, very good. Ultra Gogeta, very good. Anytime a unit or it boosts a very popular character in meta, they'll have a lot of popularity, but also it's more about the category. So, for example, Powerful Opponent's a good one, Movie Heroes is a good one, God Key, as you saw with Vegeta. You must look at the typing is important, but it's the category that mixes with it, because chances are, like Fusion, you're probably going to get a good yellow Fusion at some point. So having a Zenkai boost for yellow Fusion, along with the HP for Fusion, is a pretty nice combo to have, and that's what makes units like Gotenks so damn good. So yeah, it is definitely a combination of these factors, but these units I'm showcasing to you here are definitely the more popular Zenkai boost options, I would say, that you'll see players often using. And it's not a restrictive list, but it is just giving you an idea of units that you could potentially use to boost some of your units as well. So yeah, definitely look at Zenkais. They're very, very strong, but Zenkais are not the only units that have good boost. Zenkais are not the only units that are great bench options. Signs of a great bench option or a great benching unit, basically health. HP is always super pivotal in PvP, so anytime a unit gives you HP, it's very, very good. But crit is also quite nice, Units that give you both are even nicer. So you'll often see God Goku being used due to the fact that he gives HP, crit, all of these are very valuable, as well as also units like Pan. So Red Pan, also very valuable. A very, very top tier unit. Green Mai, also very popular for future teams because of her sizable 25% HP boost. So there is definitely like certain standout, even non-Zenkai units, and don't be scared to explore your bench options. But a general rule of thumb would be, if it's not a Zenkai boost, HP, crit are all very good places to kind of use those non-Zenkai boosting units to kind of flesh things out. And extreme units also are very good pickups. So look at your extreme units as well. They are very, very solid. And look at Sparkings. This Beerus, for example, is a very popular pick due to his nice augments and damage inflicted buffs. But yeah, that's basically it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you need any more help. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.